Discontinued
Gravy.
gravy.
Discontinued
gravy.
Goal to simplify life and make it fun.
Because we've been there.
I mean, we're in our mid-20s.
So we've seen it all.
This is
Discontinued.
Gravy, somewhat half on the road.
Ooh, in the 6.
In the 6. I don't like that. The way
Why
say
do they
that.
call it that?
Because their area codes have 6 in them, but one of them is like 416. The 6 is at the end, and I'm like, that's dumb.
No.
BC has 2 area codes that have 6 in them, 604 and 236. So what do you want?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Most of ours start with a V.
That's a postal code.
Yeah, still.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, why doesn't that count?
What would you call it, though?
I'm from Port Moody. I start with a V. You're from North Van. Yours starts with a V.
So are you saying we should be called the V?
Yeah, why not? We can make this a thing, Nick.
I guess we could. I could.
Anyways, Nick, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you brought your stuff to podcast with you.
Hey.
I didn't even know you were leaving until the night before.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just because I'm coming to Toronto doesn't mean I can't podcast.
Absolutely not. We're not going to lose out on any juicy gossip.
Heck no. DG rolls on.
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, we both have terrible memories. So as soon as something happens, Nick has to message me being like, remind me to tell you about this.
Is it working or is it working?
I mean, I just have to screenshot it, and I'm like, I don't remember what I screenshotted, but it was something.
Exactly. So it's working. At least it got my memory going. But
it's all gravy, baby.
It's all gravy, baby. Krysta, how are you?
I'm doing swell. I have a glass of wine. It's a Friday night, and I'm speaking to my buddy Nick.
It's Friday. You're right. Yes.
Friday.
Yeah, you've had a good week and everything.
Yeah, it's been busy. It's still event season. So for those of you that don't know about my personal life, a little bit of a life update. My work has 2 pillar events. So these are like big standalone events that happen within, just 2 weeks of each other.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, and we had our finals like on the same day. So it was just a really long day.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. And honestly, it's going so well, and I miss being a part of events. And I really enjoy seeing an event from start to finish, like actually seeing that when I was an events manager. I didn't actually get to do all the logistics and like help conceptualize the event at all.
Right.
It was just someone came in, they're like, here's the event, here's what we want.
Yeah. And here it
we'll
is.
Show up this day,
Show up at some point.
Make sure it gets set up.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a little different, so it's nice, but, makes our podcasting times a little hard because, there's a time change right now.
Yeah, it's, 11:09 here? 11:09? Yes, 11:09 in Toronto, but...
Not going to lie, I definitely thought Toronto was 4 hours ahead. Don't know why. Don't know where actually it's 4 hours ahead.
I think we have one of the most time changes in the world, like for a country. I think we have like 7 or something like that.
Woohoo!
Newfoundland's like a half hour different than everybody else.
I thought
No, like if you looked at it like for Vancouver, I think it's like 3.5 hours.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Why do that?
Like, that's just the way that
you want to be special?
Or something. I don't know what's going on. I've never been to Newfoundland. I'd like to visit, but...
Honestly, Nick, I've noticed that there's this phenomenon happening where people just like to break rules for fun or make their own rules for fun. For example, ICBC. Right? They just make their own rules. Doesn't matter.
ICBC's a joke. We know that.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's like the flying spaghetti monster religion
Oh my God. Yes, I read that.
Yes, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Yeah, like, okay, so I guess backstory to that, if you've heard of the flying spaghetti monster religion, it's an actual sanctioned religion. Like, this guy has made it a thing. I think it's obviously like satire on religion, but they've made it a legit religion, and the idea is that you wear either spaghetti colanders, like the bowls that have holes in them so the spaghetti doesn't go but the water does, and or a pirate hat. And they were trying to say like, oh, if we can wear this when we go our driving license, like it's a religious reason to wear something, because usually you have to have like hats, glasses off for
your for any identification, right?
Yeah, right. But there are obviously religions like a Sikh religion who have the turbans and stuff like that. It's totally okay for them to have it on, and rightfully so. So this guy was kind of being like, I can wear my pirate hat when I have this. This is part of my religion. And it's like, again, this is a sanctioned religion. Like they have done all the you need to do to become a certified religion. But ICBC's like, no, this is a joke. You're making a joke of this. It's a satire on religion. So we're not going to do this. And he's fighting, being like, well, hold on here. I've already got it on other different types of licenses that weren't ICBC. And
yeah, he's like, I have a government issued ID that already has it.
Yeah, so I'm on his side.
Honestly, I just think it's so funny because it's like, ICBC, you made up your own rules.
ICBC
and
is a joke.
He's making up his own too. Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
ICBC's a joke from the government telling us we're going to get a $110 ICBC rebate for gas prices being so high, which, excuse me, does not pay for a full tank of gas on my truck.
And
just
also, why should ICBC pay that out?
And they're paying it to people who even have electric vehicles, by the way.
Yep, they're just doing it.
Free money for people that don't drive a gas car, because they're the ones that need it the most.
Yeah, so, that's how life is going.
Life is a funny thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, but Nick, tell me about you.
Yes, okay, well, I'm here in Toronto, obviously, and a beautiful...
New backdrop, I like it, hockey stick.
Yeah, it's a blue wall, that's apparently a Toronto Maple Leafs hockey stick, signed by people. Whom, I don't know. Don't really care for the Leafs, but anyway, I'm at a friend's house, family friend's house. They were nice enough to let me stay here while I'm over here. I'm here because of a concert, Rise Against. So a little backstory to this, because people probably are looking like, but there's a Rise Against show in Vancouver on July 23rd. So like way before that, in like, I don't know, September, October, they announced they were going on tour they were doing their tour and skipped Vancouver. Like they were going everywhere from Calgary to Edmonton and Seattle, just not Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed they were doing a show in Toronto with Billy Talent.
Yeah, and this is quite common for people that don't know or live in the Vancouver area. Vancouver just gets missed a lot.
They get missed, or they're the only ones that get the show in Canada. It's a weird thing we have in Vancouver. So we so they were coming with Billy Talent, and I was like, because I could have traveled anywhere for the show, but this was the date that actually worked, and I asked prior if I could stay here with my family friends, save some money. They said yes, so I was like, all right, this could be real, because I bought the tickets more in just like, I could sell these tickets, you know what I mean? It was just more like I buying them to have them, but if I don't go, I don't go. I don't really care. But, I got some cheap airfare on Black Friday, $216 round trip.
Round trip? Hell yeah.
That's insane. So I came over here, went to the show on Wednesday, saw the Rise Against and Billy Talent. Great show as always. Rise Against, since it was a Billy Talent show, the crowd was there for Billy Talent, like not so much Rise Against, so the crowd wasn't quite as engaged with Rise Against, so it was hard to get into it.
Was it a younger audience?
No, it was all around my age, I'd say, because Billy Talent and Rise Against are bands from, they're really popular in the early 2000s, kind of what we were
Oh my gosh.
With.
I'm so embarrassed. I was mixing up Billy Talent with someone else.
Oh. No.
Yeah, I'm so wrong. I'm so sorry. I thought you said Billie Eilish.
Yes, Rise Against and Billie Eilish are playing a show together.
Hey, I don't know.
Have you never heard Rise Against's music?
No, I have. You've made me listen to them.
Right. So how would you? Okay, sure. So anyway, they're Billy Talent. They're a rock band out of Canada. um, you might know songs like I don't know, "Rusted from the Rain," Billy Talent, or "Rusted from the Rain," "Try Suffering," or "This Suffering," "Try Honesty," "River Below," "Red Flag." Anyway, but yeah, they weren't as engaged for Rise Against, and like I got into it. Obviously, I mean, they're freaking my favorite band, so I got into it. But my just look, okay, and this is on me. I've seen them. That was my 6th time seeing Rise Against play a concert.
Holy crap.
So again, this is probably coming from me, somebody who maybe hasn't gone to the show often. You know, like my friend who has never gone to a Rise Against show. He likes the band too. I sent him this set list. He's like, "That's a great show. What are you talking about?" I've heard all of those songs every single time.
Oh, like it's like this the
You know what
popular
I mean?
songs.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love to hear "Prayer of the Refugee." I love to hear "Savior." Don't get me wrong, but there's so much more to the Rise Against experience than those songs. Like, and they only played 2 songs off their new album. And this isn't a Rise Against thing. This is a music thing. Hey, we have a new album. Here's 1 or 2 songs from it, and here's the rest of the old stuff. And I'm like, the tour is called the New Album Tour. So why would you not play the new album?
See.
You know?
If they just did like greatest hits tour,
Well,
then that would make sense.
Yeah, well, they're not. Yeah, I guess. But I mean, like, and don't get me wrong. Again, I love to hear all this stuff. But I went through the list. I'm like, I would honestly take everything out but 3 of those songs. Because there's so much. Like, and again, this is somebody who's gone to the show 6 times. I've heard all these songs before. I've heard an array of other songs too. But I want to hear the other stuff. I want to hear "This Is Letting Go." I want to hear "How Many Walls." Stuff that wasn't a single or anything. This is stuff I want to hear. So yeah, it was good. Of course, I want to hear them, but I also wanted to hear them in a more intimate setting. Like, I've only seen them. The biggest venue I've seen them at was either Pacific Coliseum or the Abbotsford Center, which are smaller.
Abbotsford's pretty big though.
Pretty big, but it's small compared to like Rogers, right?
Oh yeah.
And this show was at Scotiabank, which is like the Toronto Maple Leafs arena, like that,
gigantic,
like an NHL size stadium. And the last, mostly I've seen like Rise Against. I've seen UBC, Thunderbird Arena. I've seen them, like I said, Pacific Coliseum, Abbotsford Center, and the PNE Forum. And that's a small venue. But I kind of like that show because it's almost louder. The speakers aren't as good. Like, this was like perfect. Like, the speakers in Scotiabank are pretty amazing. Like, it sounded so clear, and I'm like, that's not what I want to hear. You know what I mean?
Hey, Scotiabank, ruin your speakers a bit.
Yeah, get shittier speakers, man. Come on. No, it was a great show. I loved it. I wasn't sure about Billy Talent because, Rise Against, like I said, is my favorite band. So, going from them to another band is kind of like, oh. But no, Billy Talent did a really good job. It was really fun. And then unexpectedly yesterday, I went to an NBA game. It was the mom's birthday who was staying with. And they're like, hey, let's go to the Raptors game. I was like, okay.
Hey, the mom wanted to go to a Raptors game for her birthday? Cool mom.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what I said. I think it might have been me because I made, like, it wasn't like I made a comment, like, to do anything. I was just kind of like, oh, I looked into the Raptors game, but I'm like, oh, it's a little expensive for my liking. I don't know if that was a comment that they're like, oh, maybe we should all go. or they had already planned this anyway.
Maybe she was like, ooh, maybe that is something I should do. Especially if it's not something you do all the time.
Exactly.
It could be fun.
Maybe. So I went to that last night. My first NBA game since 1999.
Dude, that is, 15 years?
No, like 22 years.
Oh, God.
Years. Yeah, November
We're
of
getting
1999.
old.
I was 6 the last time I went to a basketball game.
Oh, man.
Because if you don't know, we had a team called the Grizzlies in Vancouver. There's a funny backstory to seeing that game, but I think I've already explained it. So the last game I went to was in November of 1999. So, and of course, we lost the team in like 2000 or something like that. So, we haven't had an NBA team. And the closest NBA team to us is Portland. And Portland's not that close.
No, not at all. It's 8 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 6 to 7 hours, yeah.
Oh, sorry. The way my family went was probably 8.
Maybe, because you guys probably would have gone through like Spokane or something like that. I don't know.
Absolutely, we did. We did the scenic route.
Yeah, so that takes like an extra hour. So yeah, okay. So NBA games and basketball is not my favorite sport in the world. So I'm not going to make that trek out to the.
March Madness, all that.
No, don't get me wrong. I like basketball, but it's like I'm not gonna make the trek just for a Trailblazers game. If I was in Portland for something else and the Trailblazers were playing, okay, I might go to the game, but I'm not gonna go there, and that's the reason for it. I'd rather go to an Oregon Ducks football game and the Trailblazers than just the
or go
Trailblazers.
see the Seahawks or something.
Well, yeah, still,
Seattle.
that's Seattle.
It's way closer.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a really cool experience to see a basketball game. It was a really great game. I saw 3 players get over 30 points. Saw a triple-double from the Raptors. They sucked in the beginning, but they found a way to come back and win. It was actually a really exciting game.
I find sports where you can score like easily, like high-scoring games, so interesting. Because it's so different from soccer or hockey, where it's like 3 points is like, whoa.
Right, you got 3 goals. Wow, that's impressive. This is like, no, you got 4 3-pointers in basketball in a quarter kind of thing. So it's kind of funny. No, I mean, I think NBA is coming back to Vancouver whenever that is. I think it's reasonably soon. I think Seattle's going to get a team first, and then Vancouver, I think, is next. But I'd be down. It was enjoyable. It was fun to see a basketball game. Like, it's fun to sport to be there. They really hype it up, like, you know, Toronto, like the arena experience is really hyped up. So,
okay. But what was like the COVID situation like there? Because I don't actually know what their restrictions are.
So funny enough, because I asked that the second I got here, I was like, "What's it like? This is something you need to know, right? Like,
do I have to wear a mask?
Like, how are you working like that?" And they're like, "Masks are still strongly recommended, like, and you have to wear them on like the subway and stuff." But they looked at the vaccine passport before masks.
I think people should do that anyways.
I agree. I think transit should just always be masks, and I probably will do that. But I just thought it was interesting that they lifted the passport like a few weeks ago, and they still really haven't lifted masks yet.
Interesting, because that's different
BC
from
was
us.
the opposite,
Yeah, like today is when we lifted the vaccine pass.
That's right. It would be today, yeah. So it was kind of interesting that way. But no, it was a full house. People were wearing masks still, not everybody. I took mine off. It gets hot in there. But no, it's been fine so far. Going to the baseball game tomorrow, so we'll see how that one goes.
I love how this is full of sports.
Well, what else am I gonna do, right? I actually planned this Jays game a while ago, and it almost got canceled, but then it didn't, and it's been a whole thing. But yeah, so I'm going. Yeah, it's been a fun week. You know, seeing all these sports, because and especially in Vancouver, like, you know, I don't get to see basketball or baseball other than the Canadians.
Yeah, the Queenie.
Yeah, but like actual BC or not actual like Major League Baseball, like the professional basketball and baseball is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's different level. Okay, but Nick, I have a very important question for you.
Kay.
Have you been to Schwartz yet? I might even be calling it the wrong thing.
Don't know what that is.
It is a meat shop where you go to get a sandwich and they stack it high with smoked meat that's like this thick.
Is that in Toronto or Montreal?
I'm pretty sure it's Toronto.
It's called Schwartz.
But you know me well enough that I probably mixed the two up.
Schwartz. It says Montreal.
Oh, oops.
Schwartz's Deli.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Saint Laurent Boulevard in Montreal. That's in June.
Hey. Okay.
June,
then what else have you done? Because I'm trying to think what's in Toronto besides the speakeasies I went to.
I went to the Aquarium today.
Ripley's.
Yeah, Ripley's. So that was fun.
It's a major aquarium, so a bit different than ours.
Yeah. Somebody described it to me as if Disney made a aquarium. And it's like fancy aquarium. It's like the Vancouver Aquarium is more like educational purposes, like rehabbing and rehabilitating animals, and you learning about that. This is more like, here are animals and all these cool animals. It was pretty cool. Like it was you know, they were basic fish. Like it wasn't like a fancy fish or anything. But there's this like conveyor belt that kind of takes you through like underwater. Like there's a tube. If you go to my Instagram story, you can.
They don't want people standing.
See some of that. Well, no, it's just a kind of a cool way to see it because you don't walk too fast through it because it kind of gives you a nice pace to see everything. Like, you know, I saw a shark go over me. I saw like devil rays go over me. Like, it's a pretty cool experience. I got to touch. I touched mantis ray, devil ray, stingray. Not too sure what it was.
One of those killed the crocodile
Steve Irwin.
hunter.
Yes. But you're allowed to touch this one, so I'm assuming it's not that harmful. But you have to like stick your hand in. Like it got up to like I don't know my elbowish area, and I was like I wasn't sure what to expect. What would you expect when you're touching one of those things? Would
Slimy.
you expect, like soft and squishy though, or like really hard?
Hard.
Okay, weird, because that's exactly what it was. It was like slimy and hard, and I like touched it. I gave it like that much of a touch, and I was like, whoa, no, no, that was just,
You are not squishy.
It felt so weird to me because I was expecting something like more like fishy, like poke. It was not.
Oh wow!
It
No,
was
just
not
from
at
the
all.
videos I've seen people swimming with them. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, they don't look squishy because they don't just kind of form to people.
Yeah, but they they flop. Like their little wing things
They're
flop.
like butterflies.
Yeah. So yeah, but it was a cool experience. It was not bad. It was not bad.
That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun
Yeah.
so far.
It's been not bad. Oh, did this die?
I mean, we might have some technical difficulties throughout. It's fine.
It's just my light died, so I'm a little darker and there's shadows on my face. But
That kind of happens when you wear a hat sometimes.
I don't have a thing that will charge it. I don't have it as easy as my house. But anyway, I guess I could turn more lights on. I don't really care at this point. Anyway, yeah, it's Toronto's. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good so far.
I feel like we get into a habit of you and me doing all or nothing. We both get really busy and and just stay busy, and then all of a sudden we do nothing. Because that's kind of how I feel right now too.
Right.
Because it's 3 months to my wedding, people. Just
True.
wedding update.
Yes. Wedding update.
3 months. Remember when I was like, yeah, maybe July?
Yeah. No, it is July. It's in my calendar.
Yeah, it is. And it's crazy things are falling into place. Spencer and I went for a tasting on last weekend. We went for our official food tasting, and it was very lovely. They comped the food for us, which I was not
Sick.
expecting. I was like,
Sick.
right? And to comment on our last episode, I did tip them how much we were going to, if they charged us for the food.
Okay. Interesting. Yes.
Bring
Good.
it full circle.
Yeah.
For those of you that are interested, it's Greek food.
I'm getting Greek food.
You're getting Greek food that night, Nick. And it was probably some of the best Greek food I've ever had.
Bold.
I mean, I haven't had that much Greek food. Not going to lie to you.
Like what kind of, am I getting like lamb souvlaki?
We're having Slovakia. We probably won't have lamb.
Come on.
Sorry.
Damn it.
But we're going to have lasagna.
Krysta, I might be busy on July 2nd.
Hey, just because we don't have lamb Slovakia. Okay, their tzatziki and their sauce for their Greek salad, so good. I don't know how much garlic they put in it, but it's amazing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's going to be good. I'm excited.
really great. The only problem was Spencer got sick the next day.
Amazing.
So we're like, ooh, is that going to be food poisoning for everyone at our wedding?
See, that actually happened to me. I went to my cousin's wedding a few years ago now, and yeah, like everyone at the wedding got food poisoning.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Imagine that's the one thing people remember about your wedding.
It was funny. I think they said it was like some sort of a water contamination or something like that caused it.
Oh, that's rough. Okay, but I just want to clarify for the people who are listening that are coming to my wedding. Spencer was like outside in the rain for 6 hours, power washing and doing yard work. It was like the really rainy day.
So you think it's kind of a mixture.
Yeah, like I think he didn't feel so hot the next day because I was fine the next day.
Right.
He felt and he didn't really have a stomach bug. It was just didn't feel good. He felt like nauseous and under the weather.
It's probably not.
So
the food,
I think it was a bit more of that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be considering the food still.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, you did your due diligence, and we've gotten this far.
Yep. And more wedding updates. I fell in love with a pair of wedding shoes. Super stoked.
Amazing.
My dress came in. I need to go try it on. I'm so excited. I don't think people know. They told me that it was gonna come in June.
Mm-hmm.
My wedding's in July. I was like,
it's all coming together. This is really exciting.
Right? I'm just gonna need Nick to help me get some lights, some twinkle lights when he gets back.
Like,
I need that employee discount.
I get it. Okay. Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I'm already planning on going to Costco and getting like big, nice ones, but I want to get more.
You got to show me which ones you want, and then we'll see what we can do.
Hey, my man.
That's what happens when you work at the depot.
That happens when... Hey, if I had things that I could give you, I would. And the one time that you asked me for something, I literally couldn't get it for you. The COVID test.
Oh, that's right.
That's the only thing you've ever asked me for from, like, my work. Yeah, and I was funny. Like, again...
Nope.
Like, I don't know how to get this to you, dude.
Yeah, it worked. It's fine. We didn't need them anyway, so it all worked out in the end. But that was funny.
Yeah, and currently right now, I'm sure if you're watching right now, you're seeing me drink a lovely glass of red wine. I'm just tasting for the wedding. I need to find a good, cheaper bottle of wine to feed people that Nick's not going to have.
A Jackson Triggs.
Honestly, I might do that for the white.
Is a Cab Sav a white?
No.
No.
That's red.
It's a red.
No, my older sister recommended it. She's like, if you want to spend around $10, can't go wrong with Jackson's Trig.
Look at this. The guy that doesn't drink just nailed that.
Right? And Brianna's like taking her Smallahey courses. So look at you go.
Hey, I got it. I know my alcohols.
Hey, you pick up a few things.
Hey, not so bad. Not so bad.
Okay, Nick, you need to tell me about what happened last Sunday or the last week.
Oh.
Literally, I had to screenshot this and you're like, remind me to tell you about this day. Tell me.
Okay, so that was, boy, I'm a mess. So basically, this Sunday was a less than ideal plan for Nick. So basically, long story short, I booked a lot of things on one night on that Sunday. So basically how this all started was way back when, whenever, I don't know, September, October. My friend messaged me and she's like, oh my God, you want to go to this concert with me? And I was like, all right, sure. You know, this was the times where things still weren't happening, but they were starting to be announced, and I was just kind of like down for anything.
Yeah, you're going to say yes. You don't care what it is.
Yeah. Didn't know who the bands were, didn't know what was going on, but I was like, yes, let's do that. So then, I know that's a thing, and I know it's close. It's the same week as I go to Toronto, and I knew it was close to the day I was leaving. And then, a couple weeks before that week, my other friend messaged me, was like, oh, her birthday was on the 4th. She's like, oh, I'm thinking of doing something on the 3rd for my birthday, like a little birthday dinner with a few friends. I was like, sounds good to me. Then like 10 seconds later, I'm like, wait, I have a concert that day. She's like, it's fine, we'll do it at 5 because I'm off at 4:30 that day at work. I was like, all right, works for me.
That's a busy day though.
Yeah, that's not even half of it. So then we're on the week that's heading into that Sunday. And as you know, I have this little beach volleyball group that I've made. And the weather's somewhat getting better in Vancouver. And
hey, it got up to 16 or 17 degrees the other day.
Yeah, I went backwards. I'm in like 8-degree weather here. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, ooh, chance for volleyball, huh? Because it was supposed to be pretty sunny that week. So I was like, all right, let's organize the volleyball on Sunday after work at 5-ish.
It was not sunny.
No, but here's the thing. I organized. I asked everyone.
Yeah.
I had probably enough to have a volleyball game. And I obviously prefaced it. I was like, if it rains. So I organized this entire volleyball game. not remembering that I also had a birthday dinner and a concert to go to that day.
Yeah.
And that's not even...
Nick, that doesn't surprise me. When it comes to priorities, sports will always be your priority.
Yeah, and that's not even... I'm not even done yet. I'm still not done my bookings. So then...
Yeah, okay,
What?
this is starting to remind me of, do you remember Parks and Rec? Where Rod had 97 meetings in one day?
Oh, I never watched the show, so no.
Okay, well, that happens.
Yeah, okay. So so then after that, there's a friend of mine who plays in the volleyball, but I also just hang out with regularly. They were like, "Oh, we should hang out if it's raining after volleyball." And I was like, "Hell yeah. If it's raining, I'll hang out with you, no problem."
Yeah, like, my plans would be canceled anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So both of our plans will be canceled. We can hang out. That's not a problem to me. Then another friend was like, "You free anytime this weekend?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm free after. If it rains on Sunday, do you want to hang out?"
Nick, what's wrong with you?
So I have now 5 events I have to go to. 4 of them are at 5 o'clock. One of them is at 7 o'clock. So we're on Saturday night.
And you still haven't realized.
And it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I look up and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, wait, you just remembered all of a sudden, or did someone text
All of
you?
a sudden, no, I remembered everything. So I messaged my one friend who is part of the volleyball and the person I would also hang out with. I just messaged them and I was like, I am the biggest idiot on the planet. They're like, oh no, why? I was like, so anyway, so I go into all of that. So then
Nick's like, well, long story short.
literally. So there, I canceled one plan at least. They know the volleyball's canceled, but I haven't. I'm strategically planning this volleyball cancellation because if it rains, I'm out. I am clear. I don't have to be the dick.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, okay,
so
everything's going to work
Sunday.
out just fine.
Yeah. So I waited till Sunday to make, that move. I wasn't going to cancel the concert because I paid for it, and I wasn't going to cancel the friend's birthday because it's a friend's birthday.
Yeah, and also, like, those two things were, like, booked first.
Yeah. So then I created. It's fine. It's all good. So then I created. So then it started to rain.
Your train of thought just left your body.
Just a trade. My guy just walked in.
Hey.
So so the Sunday came and it was pouring with rain that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, "Yo, what's up? What is it? We have ice cream cake. Do you want to say
Ice
hi to
cream
Discontinued
cake?
Gravy? We have ice cream cake. I guess was it from her birthday?
Hey, who doesn't want ice cream cake at like 11:30 at night?
Okay, this is my boy. This is my boy Alex. He's a DG. Everybody, look at this ice cream cake. I will eat half of that.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you want to split it?
Yeah, okay, just not at this moment, but save me a slice. Yeah, cool. Appreciate it.
You just gotta wait like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I know, that's fine. I'll eat
And
that.
honestly,
Sure,
ice cream cake takes about what, 10 to 15 minutes to defrost?
Not even, like, feels like 5 seconds sometimes. Anyway, so we're on Sunday and it's raining, so I play the old guys like, guys, it's raining. Darn. So I got out of that one. So then my other friend, who I was praying forgot, you know what I mean? Just kind of everybody forgot, and we move on with our lives. They text me at 2 o'clock. They're like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Fuck." So then I'm like, so funny story. I go through all of that. But you know what? So while I was thinking about it, I was thinking about what went wrong. How did I forget and book all of this crap? And I was thinking about it because, like I said, I knew it was close to the day I was leaving.
And you just wanted to make sure you saw everyone before you left.
Yeah, and I thought that the concert because I coincided the concert with the birthday dinner because I knew I had to go to the birthday dinner prior to the concert, so I can put those two together.
You made it one event.
And I swore the concert was on the Monday. It turns out it was on the Sunday. So then it all just came up and came right back at me. But anyway, so I got to the birthday dinner, and I was like, I could be late for the concert because, like I said, I do not know these artists, so it didn't really matter to me that I was there for the opening act.
Who was it?
The main event was a band called the band Camino, and the openers were Floor, who you might know because I think I recognize them, and the opener to that was Hastings. No, they are not local. The guy's name is actually Hastings. I thought, oh, good local band. They're probably from Burnaby. Grew up on Hastings. What a great band name. No.
No, not that clever.
No. So I was like, whatever, if I'm even late. No, I showed up right on time. I got my old Spaghetti Factory food. They were totally understanding. They're cool people.
Classic old Spaghetti Factory. Honestly, people who crap on it, it's like, come on.
Get out of there, man. That spicy meat sauce. Mwah.
Right? And you get like a 3-course meal.
Oh my God, I know. You get a Caesar salad for like an extra $1, and then you get your ice cream.
And then the unlimited bread. I can't eat it.
I know.
But if I was
going. I love it. So yeah, it all worked out other than, canceling everything. I mean, mostly the volleyball was canceled out because of rain. The other 2 friends I kind of felt bad for because, you promised to hang out with them, and you're like, my bad.
Yeah, but they'll be a priority when you get back.
Exactly. We'll do stuff when we get back. That's not a problem. But yeah, that was my tire fire of a Sunday. But went to the concert. It was a good show. You ever go to have you ever been to a show where you don't know anything? Like I could have easily looked these bands up, but I wanted to go in blind just to see what that experience would be like. What have you ever done that before?
Yes, I have. And this was before I worked at with you. The opener was DJ Flip Out.
Flip Out!
And then I can't remember who the artist was. I was going for like a school project where we had to like write a report on going to a concert. And there wasn't a lot of concerts happening that month. Right. So I like just went, didn't really know who he was. And then it was like, don't know any of your songs, but okay.
Little did you know you'd be working with DJ Flip Out not soon after.
I know. It was at the Commodore, though, which I really liked having a smaller...
My show was also at the Commodore.
Right? Like, it's nice having a smaller, intimate venue.
I'd never been to the Commodore other than Sunday. That was the first time I'd ever seen a concert at the Commodore.
Right? Like, I think I would go to concerts that I don't know as long as they're at the Commodore.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But yeah, I thought it was so weird that I didn't know what to expect. And like I said, the artists were good. I enjoyed the experience. But I came home, check, and are these any good? Like, could I download these songs? And I went home and listened to one of the songs that I liked from the show, because this was like my best friend's, like, it's like her favorite band.
Aww.
And I went home, listened to the song I liked for like 10 seconds, was like, nope.
I'm writing it all off.
Like, no, like, they're just, like, it was a good show live. Like, I would honestly probably go see that show again, but I'm not going to listen to this stuff on my own time because it's not the same online. It's not the same on Spotify. It's better. It was a better live show for me than it was.
That's the thing too. Sometimes concerts are just better in person.
It was because that was my first show since, I don't know, 2019, and I think my last show prior to that was Weird Al, which great show. He's coming on July 2nd. I still don't have tickets because I don't know why I haven't gotten tickets yet.
July 2nd?
Oh shit, is it actually July 2nd? Hold on, that's so funny.
I was going to say, Nick, if you double book my wedding.
Let's see what he comes.
Literally probably would have, though, right after us talking about, double book my day. How did I do that?
Oh my god, it is on July 2nd.
I mean, if you want to go late.
No. 8 o'clock start. No.
Sorry, if it was a 9 o'clock start, you can maybe make it.
At the Queen E though.
For Maple Ridge.
That's tight. That's funny. You know what? That's funny because I could have bought tickets like the second they announced those, right? And this was before you had a date. And for some reason, I said no. No, I don't need to buy them right now.
You knew. You had a feeling.
You know what? I think this is a sign. I was meant to be at your wedding.
Yeah, you're meant to be an MC at my wedding.
That is so funny, actually, though. And I'm just like, I think it's July 2nd. I think I can go.
And I'm just like, that date sounds very familiar.
Ah, Nick. That's funny, actually.
That's so funny.
But that's.
Yeah.
I mean, leave it to me to double book myself.
Honestly, though, I don't know if it's just a guy thing being bad, like double or triple booking themselves, because the dude upstairs does it all the time.
I'm usually pretty good at it. If I don't put it in the calendar, it's not.
That's the thing. I don't put things in my calendar that much, and I just remember.
I clearly have to. Like my mom always said, she said, because we used to, like when I was growing up, they had this like paper book calendar kind of thing that you could, you write what's going on.
Well, that makes sense when you do all the sports.
Right, but my mom would always say, if it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist.
Intense rule, Mom.
Hey, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
I mean, this explains a lot about you. No,
Clearly,
but like,
I learned that.
Honestly, the sir upstairs, have to go renew your license every once in a while on your birthday. Inconvenient timing, if you ask me.
Sure.
The last thing you want to do is go renew your license on your birthday, but whatever.
Yeah.
So goes a week after to do it because we're sharing a car right now. He's not driving, so it's fine. Mm-hmm. Goes into ICBC. Well, hey, sir, you have to make an appointment.
Oof.
Which is also come on, really? Like, things have changed.
It's been a while now. I think we're okay now. Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have to worry about the number of people anymore as much. It's not because when it was a capacity issue, 100% understood.
Sure. They can wait outside.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. Makes an appointment for the week after. They thought. Goes in last Friday. Hey, I'm here for my appointment. Sir, your appointment is for next Friday. So I physically had to drive him there and be like,
is this your day?
Yeah, text me when I can leave so I know that you are actually getting your license done.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but honestly happens so often. Like a couple Mondays ago, he mentioned, oh, I have a meeting on Monday. Oh, I have an appointment with my doctor. Oh, is that at the same time? Like, how's that going to work? Oh, I haven't checked it out yet. I feel like it's going to be at the same time for you. No, it should be fine. I wouldn't do that. Day of looks. Guess what? At 2 o'clock for both of them, meeting and appointment.
Oh, God.
I don't get how people do that.
Like, I usually have it everything on my, which way do I go? Everything in my calendar has, okay, that's not a good example because I haven't done April yet, but it's all filled out for a month.
Yeah, exactly. The calendar is such a reliable thing for either work schedule, if it's not a constant 9 to 5 job, and then having to schedule in friends. It just works.
It just works. No, use your calendar. It's a really good thing.
Yeah, it can be a lifesaver sometimes.
It can. We should just clarify. This was also just kind of a life date episode.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess we're a little further in now. This was not our intro.
A 44-minute intro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could you imagine? Hey, guys, we're talking about this week.
This week, we're just kidding. We just thought there's so much in our lives right now. We could probably do a hey, what's up for the entire episode. And you know what? We did.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like we got a lot out there.
I think we did. I think it's going to be a somewhat entertaining episode with all the stuff Nick did wrong.
And things to do in Toronto. And wedding updates.
What's more do you want?
Yeah, really. How personal can we get?
Not much more
Oh,
personal than
another
that.
thing for a wedding. I booked my bachelorette.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, so like things are happening.
Things are happening. We love that.
Anyways, I think that brings us to the questions of the week.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice and serious for you.
It's a good one, like a Law and Order type of thing.
And I feel like this question deserves it. But Nick, do you want to go first?
I would, because I'd like to clarify something. So, you remember last week that we had a question about Freezies
Oh yeah.
and whether they're called Freezies or whatever the hell
Ice
your
Pop.
friends. They're wrong. And we kind of thought about it as Freezies was the brand name, correct?
Yes. And also like an
Okay.
American-Canadian thing.
Right, exactly. So, I was on the TTC, which is their bus and subway thing. And basically a couple of younger people came on and they had Freezies with them. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And I look at the bag. And you know what the bag says?
Ice Pop.
It doesn't say Ice Pop, nor does it say Freezy.
Oh.
It says Mr. Freeze on it.
Oh, with the little penguin.
What? Right, but do you call them Freezies or Ice Pops? Thank you. Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're Freezies, exactly. But so many people call them Ice Pops. I don't know if that's a brand, but it's stupid. Thank you. Anyway.
To clarify our point further,
Yeah.
you're
friends are
keeping
dumb.
that in.
No, 100%. What are you talking about? No, of course that's going to be. Anyway, so just to clarify, yes, it's Freezies. Once
Yeah.
again, if you didn't get that last week.
Yeah, just in case.
Anyway.
Okay,
Krista, what are the questions
Great.
this week?
I was afraid that you were going to tell me, Nick, that you went up to these children and asked them, hey, what are you eating? I was like, please tell me you did not do that on the subway.
Excuse me, what do you call those things? Thanks.
Yeah, record
weird
them.
at all.
Thanks.
Not weird at all.
We should do that more in public. Just random recordings.
Just walk up to people and be like, hey, it's for a podcast.
Hey.
Are those that or this?
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Anyway,
Okay, Nick, are you ready for this
Okay.
question?
I'm ready for questions.
Nick and Krista, I don't know how I feel. I hope you can help me out. My
Okay.
partner let their ex borrow money from them, and it was quite a large sum. I don't know what to say about it. They don't know that I know.
What was that?
What? This wasn't about us, but... Can you imagine?
She's letting us know on the podcast.
Imagine
Wow.
this is how I get things out of Spencer.
That is too funny. No,
To be
Spencer,
honest,
has nothing to
this is not a personal question.
This is not a personal question.
This
No.
is not a personal question.
No, neither of us. So, okay. So the
Oh my god, I panicked. I was like, geez.
That's so funny. That what wasn't like a what did you say? No, that was like a what? Okay, so the current boyfriend gave the ex-girlfriend money that was quite a large sum and has yet to tell the current girlfriend as to why.
Yeah. I don't know the situation. Are they getting divorced? Like,
Oh, bro, you're digging yourself. Look, I'm not the greatest communicator. That's something I might not have said a few years ago to my significant other at the time.
you would never have admitted to that.
You are digging the whole no, like that's a no. You have to tell her. That looks weird, man. That looks really weird.
Yeah,
Like,
and you need to tell them why, too.
like
Doesn't matter how personal it is for the other person, you need to tell them why.
Like,
is it to get them out of a sticky situation? Is it...
Right, but what's the first reaction you'd have to that? Like, oh, they're cheating with me on her again?
No, not even.
That's not your first thought?
No, it's... Why do they need money from you? You know, because it's like, why would they cheat on me and then give them money? Like, that's dumb.
Well, they're still...
Are you paying them off to stay quiet?
No, he's in a relationship. They needed some money.
Yeah, so...
I don't know. Look, so I would say this much, that the ex probably doesn't mean badly, I'd assume. I'm sure she's not trying to, ruin the relationship.
I believe this person thinks, oh, they're the only person I have that I can ask. No, they're not. You need to find other people in your life.
Right, but they might not know that. Like, you remember what happened with my ex?
Yeah, but
it's just somebody you can call. Fair enough. I agree, but I think this.
Sorry,
is
I don't mean that towards your ex. I just mean this about this person that we don't know.
Anyway, yeah, but that is no. He needs to tell you like ASAP. I wouldn't bring it up yet, though.
Oh, I would
let them. But wouldn't you just like let them like?
No, because they
try to save themselves.
If they don't tell you in a day or two, they're probably not going to tell you.
Fair.
Like,
he might just be trying to figure out how to tell you. How do you explain that you gave money to your ex?
Yeah, I don't know. Exactly. I would love for someone to tell us how to explain this situation.
Right. So he might be doing... Again, I'm trying to play, like, I guess, devil's advocate here, while saying he's completely in the wrong. Like, you deserve to know why that is happening.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, like, whatever...
And we're thinking of, like, the best situation, too. Like, she needs help. He was being a nice guy.
Yeah, that's...
like...
Hoping.
You know what I mean? Like, we're thinking best scenario here, and we hope that is the case, but no, he's doing you wrong, and if you're Krysta, you can just go grab...
Oh, yeah, like, if you're living with them, or they're your husband, or fiance, whatever... like financial stuff is important to understand and know about them. Yes. So it's your right to know that. If you're not living with them,
yeah,
I understand that maybe that's a bit harder. Okay, let's set the rule. This is the rule. If you're not living with them or been dating them for like over 2 years, wait to see if they tell you. Give them a week.
Okay.
Any other situation, confront them.
God, do you know how bad that would have gone with my ex?
Oh, dude. Dude, I don't think you could have... There could be an explanation good enough.
I would have gotten out of that one. Wasn't getting out of that one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And, like, what would you say? Well, just think about when you needed money. Like...
that's what I mean. I would have just played, like, oh, I was just being nice.
Yeah.
Help. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been like, I didn't think about it that way.
The dumb boy cop out.
Exactly. I just wouldn't. And you know what? It would have been true.
Honestly, that's like, if you ever want to apologize something for me, saying that, like, you're dumb, I'm like, that's not good enough. That's not a good apology. Like, you can't, you can use that once or twice.
Though?
I know, but I feel like people use it more than once, Because
fair, I get it.
Boys are dumb. And that
oftentimes it's true for me.
Yeah, because it's true. Boys are dumb. But like
me being an idiot.
Exactly. But you gotta figure yourself out sometime.
Eventually.
Anyways. I think this brings us to...
Wait. No, wait, you only had the one. Never mind.
We'll save the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Recommendations of the week.
Recommendations of the week. We recommend things to do, see, watch, listen to, vibe to, believe, live, other things.
Yes. And just for anyone who was confused by that little pass off to this segment, Sometimes we get more questions. Sometimes we don't have enough time to use all the questions.
True. We try to keep this thing under an hour.
Yeah, for your ears only.
Yes, for all the curds out there.
Yes. Nick, do you want to go first?
Sure, I can. So you may have heard of me talking about a concert that I went to where I didn't know any of the bands. That's going to be my recommendation. Go see a show. Who cares if you know what they are? Just be like, just say yes and be like, cool, I'll go with the show. If you have some friends that you want to go to, great. If you want to go alone, I don't know if I would do that personally, but if you got some friends, do that.
Or call us. Hey, we'll make an episode out of it.
We'll go. DG at a concert. No, just I think it was a fun experience just to see. Like I say, I went in completely blind. I didn't know any of the songs that were playing along. Now half the concerts you go to, the fun part is singing along with the lyrics.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Like I said, that was my first show in 2 years, and just to hear when the drum kicks and you feel it in your chest.
The actual bass.
That feeling gives me life, you know what I mean? So it's I recommend just checking out a show because you never know, you might just find your favorite band. Like I said, the bands were good. I wouldn't listen to them on my own time, but who knows? Maybe I found one of those bands and I was a fan for life.
Yeah, don't lie, Nick.
I'm telling you, I haven't looked up Hastings or Floor since, but I swear I knew a song from Floor. I swear we played it on Evolution.
Yeah, it's probably something to look up. Because it does sound familiar. I'm like, I bet you if you played this one hit song, I could maybe figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think it's just cool. I think I know who to talk to who would know that information, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for mine?
Yes, I'm so ready for yours.
And do you know what's funny? For some reason, mine is a go do something as well. Why do we always do this?
I don't know, man. We're weird.
Yeah, we think of these beforehand.
Yeah.
My recommendation is to go see Cirque du Soleil. I'm going tomorrow. I have not gone yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's for a friend's birthday. It's a surprise, but this episode doesn't come out till after, so she's not going to get
It's true.
spoiled.
This is true. Nick just surprises everybody and posts it tomorrow.
Yeah, and just do the teaser of this part. Oh,
Literally,
man, I would die. I'd be so mad at you.
That'd be so funny. No, but that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been since I was 16 in Vegas, so it's going to be good.
I've never seen a Cirque show, so.
Ooh, okay, I'll let you know if it's worth when you come back.
I can't wait till she comes on the podcast next week. I'm retracting. Nope, just don't do it. Don't do it.
Have I ever retracted? I have not. You tried to get me to retract Uncharted.
Yeah, you should have. I swear there was one. You didn't fully retract, but you're it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be.
Maybe. Oh,
well,
it was a Disney movie, probably.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Oh well. Anyways,
Rip.
guys, it's gravy, baby.
Yes, it is, and we'll be back at it again with more Discontinued Gravy next week.
Talk to you later.
Peace.